When it comes to buying an electric skateboard, most of us have a budget we need to stick to. In today's video, I will walk you through the best electric skateboards at every price point, starting from the budget segment and gradually moving up to a price that's so high you wouldn't believe it. Since there are so many good e-skates available now, we are going to make things simple by recommending our top 3 for each price segment. If you want a complete list with plenty of alternatives to consider, I suggest you head over to our webpage where we include all of the good choices, catering to whichever use case you might have. Beware, it is a very, very long list. Also, if you are buying an e-skate, be sure to check out our discounts page in the description below, or visit one of these trusted resellers from your region. Buying from resellers will guarantee faster shipping, better customer service, and up to 8 times the warranty duration. So be sure to look them over. First, let us start with the best electric longboard under $500. When it comes to budget electric skateboards, your only real options are to look for boards from the Chinese vendors, especially from the big 4, Meepo, Backfire, Wowgo, and Ownboard. At number 3, however, we are going to recommend a board from a relatively new brand, Lycan GR. For $429, Lycan GR is one of the best budget electric longboards out there, especially if you want to make every penny count. Lycan GR comes with a huge 10S 3P battery pack, which is 50% bigger than most other boards at this price. This means that the board will last for 20 miles or 32 kilometers as opposed to the typical 11 miles or 18 kilometers you can usually expect on entry-level boards. Lycan GR also now uses Hobbywing ESCs, which gives them perfectly smooth and intuitive speed control. Lycan GR is slightly held back by the skate parts it uses. The deck is an okay maple deck on a stiffer side, but we weren't that impressed by the trucks, wheels, and general polish of the board. Still, at the end of the day, the board is an amazing value for its price. Next, at second place, we have the $449 Meepo V3. The Meepo V3 is for those who are looking for maximum thrills, specifically a high top speed and high torque. Behind its great performance, the Meepo V3 has a Lingyi ESC that is only slightly less smooth than the perfect Hobbywing ESC. Since the Meepo V3 is now 1 year old, there have been a few minor improvements since launch. Better control smoothness, better polish, a nicer looking remote. The Meepo V3 also uses better, albeit still unbranded, skate parts. The trucks are a decent Bear Kodiak clone, which they named Shredder trucks. They also use a flexible deck with a good concave. Its weakness? The powerful hub motors come with pretty thin urethane sleeves, meaning the board does little to cushion you from rough pavement, even with the flexible deck that the V3 has. But that's a common downside of hub boards. If you want to find a powerful and thrilling ride in the budget segment, the Meepo V3 is a great choice. Your number one consideration when it comes to a budget longboard under $500 should always be the Wowgo Night series. These are priced at $429 for the hub version and $489 for the belt version, and they are both without a doubt the best electric longboards available under $500. Compared to most entry-level boards, the Wowgo Night not only has a slight edge in specs, but also has a huge lead in terms of polish, quality, and useful features. It has a smart Hobbywing ESC that has smart power on, where the board powers on automatically when you power on the remote, a flexible deck, and a pair of pretty good Paris clone trucks. The board is IP53 waterproof, and the smart Hobbywing ESC supports easy swapping between belt drive and motor drive. I might not be a fan of the Wowgo Night's look, but if you want something polished, packed with useful features, and most importantly a board that rides well, the Wowgo Night is the best choice under $500. Now, let's talk about the best electric shortboards under $500. In third place, we have a board from a brand that we don't usually recommend, the Team G H20 Mini, which costs $399. When we were putting this list together, we weren't sure if we should recommend the Team G H20 or any Team G at all, as they have a terrible reputation when it comes to post-sales service. While we never specifically tested the Team G H20 ourselves, it is pretty obvious that the H20 Mini is, in general, a great buy for its price. You don't usually see a 7.5 amp hour battery on a shortboard, especially not one with a price under $400. The Team G H20 Mini has a good price, good specs, and even the parts are decent. On top of the big battery, the H20 Mini uses a Hobbywing ESC that gives smooth and intuitive speed control, dual 450 watt hubs, and generic trucks that are pretty standard for an entry-level board. If only the customer service was better, the board would have received a full recommendation from us. But even then, it feels like it's worth rolling the dice on the brand because the board is just such a good value. At second place, we have the $469 Ownboard M1. While we never tested the Ownboard M1 ourselves, that doesn't stop us from knowing that this is the best belt-driven option for a shortboard under $500. The price is right, the specs are right, the parts are right, and this time the brand is right. You see, the board has a Hobbywing ESC for smooth speed control, a 10S 2P battery pack with Samsung 20R cells, which is quite standard for this price, and Ownboard is a veteran Chinese brand using decent skate parts on their boards. If you want a budget shortboard that's belt-driven, this is simply the best and maybe even the only choice. The first place in the best budget electric shortboards goes to the $379 Meepo Mini 2. The Meepo Mini 2 took heavy inspiration from the late Boosted Mini, RIP, a short deck with an aggressive dish-like concave that allows excellent responsive control of the board. Unlike the Boosted Mini, however, the Meepo Mini 2 uses shredder trucks with a wide 200mm hanger, which makes it very stable even at its top speed. As always, Meepo used the latest iteration of Lingyi ESC, which is also very smooth in speed control and always comes with the push-to-turn-on feature. Compared to most budget brands, Meepo put more effort into its Mini and the results show. At the end of 2020, this one-year-old Meepo had a price drop, clearly making it the default choice for those who are looking for a budget shortboard. Now, we move on to the $500 to $800 price segment, where there are just too many good options to pick from. For third place, we are picking the Meepo NLS Pro, which has a price tag of $709. The Meepo NLS Pro is one of the fastest hub boards on the market. In our real-world speed test, the board was able to hit 32 miles per hour, or 51 kilometers per hour, for a top speed. However, the NLS Pro wasn't a one-trick pony either. With its 10S 2P Samsung 40T battery pack, it can last you 20 miles or 32 kilometers. The ride experience is good, with smooth control, a comfortable flexi deck, and big 100mm wheels that are practically semi-AT. As I've mentioned before, the shredder trucks on the Meepo boards are pretty good. So, what's the downside? This Meepo board is a step behind big brands like X-Way and Backfire when it comes to overall product polish and post-sale service. The board also comes without a waterproof certification. With that said, for anyone who loves to push the limits on speed, the NLS Pro is the way to go. The second best mid-tier electric longboard right now should be the X-Way Flex. The X-Way Flex is priced at $649 for the hub version and $699 for the belt version, aka the Flex Riot. The X-Way Flex not only performs well and has an amazing ride feel, it also has a very polished look. The highlights of the X-Way Flex include 1. The flexible deck with an aggressive concave that's very comfortable underneath your feet. 2. A specially customized Hobbywing ESC with smooth, powerful, and customizable speed control. And 3. Tris trucks, X-Way's proprietary trucks that have proven to be really good. On top of all that, the X-Way Flex has all the best and most advanced features you could want on an e-skate. It has a smartphone app, it is IP55 waterproof, comes equipped with the smart turn-on function, where the board automatically turns on with a remote, and a smart battery that protects itself if the board is stored unused for an extended period of time. Furthermore, X-Way also has a great customer service track record, top product polish, and has more complete accessory options, wheels and pulleys for its boards. The X-Way Flex has received lots of hype, and after reviewing the board ourselves, we know the hype is 100% justified. With all the good things said about X-Way Flex, we still think that for most people, the best electric longboard for this price point should be the $649 Backfire Zealot. With the Zealot, you have a flexible deck made of bamboo and fiberglass, caliber 2 trucks for stable and smooth control, and big 96mm wheels. For semi-AT use, you can also swap on the bigger 105mm cloud wheels with ease. While these strengths are equally matched by other boards in this list, what gave the Backfire Zealot an edge is the larger battery and matching better range. Backfire caps the battery capacity of the Zealot at 90%, and even after that, this 311 watt-hour 12S 2P pack of 21 700 cells is still the largest amongst its peers. The Zealot can last you 22 miles or 36 kilometers before needing a recharge. It's worth pointing out that Backfire is also doing better than most when it comes to both product polish and post-sale service, and has service centers in the US, Europe, and Australia. And for those who want something a bit more, there's the Backfire Zealot S too, a $799 upgraded version of Backfire Zealot that has upgraded deck, forged truck, bigger battery, stronger motor, and smart power-on feature. Now, let us talk about mid-tier electric shortboards. This section is pretty easy to sort out, as there aren't many contenders here. At third place, we have the Meepo Mini 2 ER at $579. Unlike the base version of the Meepo Mini 2, the Mini 2 ER is a beast. The Mini 2 ER is quite literally a Meepo NLS Pro with 90mm wheels and a shorter deck. It uses the same electronics as the NLS Pro and hence has the same beastly performance. As the Meepo Mini 2 is very stable due to its use of wider 200mm shredder trucks, the shortboard doesn't feel sketchy when riding at its crazy top speed of 29 miles per hour or 46 kilometers per hour. It is heavy, it is stable, and it is wide. The Meepo Mini 2 ER rides like a longboard as opposed to an agile shortboard. Don't buy this if you are looking for portability though. This thing is 18 pounds or 8 kilograms. Pretty heavy. At the second place, we have the $599 Backfire Mini. The Backfire Mini has lots of things going for it. It has a beautiful, sleek, and stealthy unibody carbon fiber deck. The board is light and it rides very agile but yet is super powerful. In fact, it's a little bit too powerful for its size. But don't worry, that power is harnessed smoothly with the 12S Hobby Wing ESC. The Backfire Mini is also one of the most flight-friendly boards, as it allows the user to swap out the 175 watt-hour battery to a smaller and more flight-compatible 99 watt-hour battery. You just need to remove 8 screws to access the battery. Sadly, this beautiful board isn't without its flaws. The Backfire Mini's most notable shortcoming would be its vulnerability to water. The electronics compartment with top access can very quickly turn into a water bucket when it rains. The Backfire Mini is also relatively weak in range when compared to other boards at this price point, as some of your money evidently went into the design and material costs. For first place, we have the X-Way Wave, which is the overall best electric shortboard you can get right now. A dish-like short concave deck makes the board comfortable underneath your feet and makes the ride very nimble. X-Way, as usual, uses quality skate and electronic parts that leave nothing to be complained about. On top of that, the X-Way Wave is packed with useful features. IP55 waterproofing, integrated LED lights, a mobile app, and hot swappable battery. Combining the awesome qualities of this board and the fact that X-Way is a good brand with good post-sale service, the X-Way Wave is an easy recommendation for anyone who is looking for an electric shortboard. And finally, at this $500 to $800 price segment, we also have our first all-terrain board making an appearance. There is precisely one worthy choice on the market. That board is the AE Board AT2, which is priced at $659. The AE Board AT2 wasn't a board that many people thought to look at. Heck, it wasn't on my radar before this post. This board is very similar to the now discontinued original Meepo City Rider. It uses two 360-watt hub motors that drive 6-inch airless wheels. The motor might not be strong enough to power you through truly rough terrain, thick grass, or loose sand. However, if you want a board with big 6-inch wheels and can't afford anything above $800, the AE Board AT2 is your one and only good choice. Alright, we've covered the mid-tier segment. Now we're moving up to talk about the boards from $800 to $2,000. If you are prepared to spend between $800 and $2,000, you can either get a dedicated all-terrain board, or you could choose a board that allows switching between street wheels and all-terrain wheels. There isn't too much choice on the shortboard side though. Also, RIP boosted. At the end of 2020, there is little to separate boards with prices north of $800. Performance-wise, all are very similar, using strong motors, good decks, comfortable trucks, and similar ESCs. In this price segment, the higher-priced boards are usually distinguished by having more battery power, better after-sales service, more polish, or sometimes because of a better brand name. Because of this, there is no point for me to rank them. I'm just going to go through all of them from the lowest price and move up. At the moment, all of these boards allow switching between all-terrain wheels and street wheels, and each one uses double kingpin trucks. Basically, they are all Evolve clones. First, we have the Viril RS. The Viril RS at $899 is the most affordable Evolve clone out there. Just like the Evolve, it has a double drop deck, double kingpin trucks, it's belt driven, and allows easy switching between multiple wheel sizes, from the smallest 85mm to the largest 120mm cloud wheels. Its 10S 4P battery pack is using the very good Samsung 30Q cell too. Plus, it's equipped with a Hobbywing ESC, so you know it has smooth speed control. So, what's the downside of the Viril RS? A stiff deck due to the full-length metal enclosure, which can be uncomfortable. Also, the product polish and after-sales service is a bit weaker than the other major Chinese brands. Moving up, we have the WowGo AT2 at $1,099. The WowGo AT2 is a clone of the Evolve Bamboo through and through. A flexi deck capable of switching wheels between pneumatic wheels and cloud wheels, featuring a 10S 4P battery and a double drop deck with rather aggressive drop. What's awesome about the WowGo AT2 is that, unlike some other Evolve clones, it also got the double kingpin truck part right, and it's pretty stable and comfortable. Using the latest Hobbywing ESC means the WowGo AT2 has smoother speed control than even the Evolve, while maintaining good strength in both braking and acceleration. Useful features such as smart power on and IP55 water resistance are also very, very useful. When squaring up against Evolve, WowGo's polish and post-sale service aren't quite at the same level. But even with that said, the WowGo AT2 is still one of our very favorites, if not our most favorite board that came out of 2020. Moving up the price to $1,199, I would like to introduce you to the latest Lycan TRX. If you love carbon fiber decks, the Lycan TRX is basically the most affordable Evolve carbon clone out there. Again, you get a carbon fiber double drop deck, double kingpin trucks, and you get to switch between 90mm street wheels and the semi-AT 105mm or 120mm cloud wheels. Or you can even go full AT with 150mm and 175mm pneumatic wheels. On the electronic parts, it has a big 12S 4P battery using a Sanyo GA cell, and also uses the smart Hobbywing ESC with smart power on too. Finally, the board is IP55 waterproof. Great! Next, at $1,499, we have the Onsra Black Carve. If you are a fan of direct drive boards, the Onsra Black Carve is the board you should consider. It's another Evolve clone with a direct drive Hobbywing ESC and a 12S 3P battery pack. Onsra is a brand founded by Fabian Doriag. And the reason that Onsra is priced at a premium is not only because of the ingredients that go into the board, but also to make better customer service possible. For instance, all Onsra boards come with a 1-year warranty. Next, starting at $1,599, we have the X-Way Atlas, a board that's in pre-order but still worthy of your attention. It uses a carbon fiber double drop deck and dual kingpin trucks. The board is fully modular, so you not only can switch between street wheels and AT wheels, but also could switch between 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. Many are looking to see what kind of performance the 12S 4P Samsung 30Q and 4230 motors can deliver. We will report back once we have fully tested our unit. Next up, there are the boards from Evolve, a very polarizing brand. In 2021, it is still one of the best brands with reliable customer service and beautiful board design. The Evolve GTR is their latest and greatest product. They, however, won't be on the list of anyone who cares about the price to performance price. Personally, I would take the speed control of both Hobbywing and Lingyi ESCs over the one featured on Evolve boards. Oh, and when it comes to premium shortboards between $800 and $2,000, the Evolve Stoke, priced at $1,199, is also the only shortboard I have on the list. I just don't know any other good shortboards selling at this price. This concludes our list of longboards and shortboards in the premium segment. But before we move the price bracket up even further, let's talk about pure off-road boards. Here are our 3 recommendations not sorted by price this time. First, let me introduce you to the EcoMobile ET at $1,199. EcoMobile is a brand that's rapidly rising to stardom, not only delivering great products, but also providing great customer service to go with them. The EcoMobile ET is a board that I love and abuse. I can take it to muddy mountain trails when it rained the previous night and the board doesn't complain. It uses a powerful and noisy planetary gear drive, a full-length metal enclosure, and a wide deck with aggressive drops that allows a lower ride height and makes the board easy to stay on when riding on rough terrain or going up and down hills. It also uses 150mm airless rubber wheels, which are not as cushy as pneumatic wheels, but certainly more hassle-free to maintain. The EcoMobile ET features a Lingyi ESC, which is not buttery smooth when paired with the powerful 1500 watt x2 planetary gear drive, but it does give the board a strong and powerful feel. Oh, and it has recently been upgraded to the great Samsung 40T cell from the 50E in 12S 3P configuration. Another thing to love about the EcoMobile ET is that it has a very convenient and practical integrated board light system with headlights, taillights, and board lights included. In short, it is a powerful board, well built, from a trusted brand for a good price. If you like the EcoMobile ET but would like to spend only $899, Meepo has your back. The Meepo City Rider 2 is the younger brother of the EcoMobile ET, with the only differences being the lack of integrated lights and that it uses Samsung 35E cells instead of 40T. This means it features the same dual 1500 watt planetary gear drive sourced from EcoMobile, the same 150mm airless rubber wheels, the same Lingyi ESC, and a pair of CNC'd trucks and metal enclosures to ensure the board withstands all-terrain abuse. The deck is broad and thick, made of maple and fiberglass, also making the board comfortable to ride on and stay on when terrain gets rough. In short, the City Rider 2 is no longer a board confined to the city and is the best affordable true all-terrain out there right now. The third recommendation I have here is the third version of the Backfire Ranger. At $1,499, the Backfire Ranger X3 is the best all-terrain that runs on a dual hub drive. Great for those who don't like to check their belt every now and then, but also don't like the sharp noises that planetary gear drives make. With the 12S Hobbywing ESC and 12S 3P battery configuration, the Backfire X3 is both smooth in control and good on torque, thanks to the dual 1500 watt hub motors. Its flexible double drop decks are comfortable, and Backfire pairs it with one of the better double kingpin trucks. It also has integrated taillights. In short, if you are looking for a comfortable board that needs little maintenance, a board that can go onto any terrain at any time, the Backfire Ranger X3 is it. With that, we have covered all the boards that are worthy of your consideration from budget to premium. There is one more category though. I would like to introduce you to a group of brands which I call the boutique and the beasts. If price is not a concern, these are the brands that you probably would want to buy. These boards are made by small-scale boutique brands and DIY vendors that aim to craft the prettiest board or the fiercest monster money can buy. They are usually priced north of $2,000. Hoyt Street specializes in crafting beautiful boards. Have you seen their legendary puck remote? The cheapest Hoyt Street is a shortboard that starts at $1,799, and their flagship EL1 starts at $1,999. Obviously, the boards ride as fine as they look. Next, we have a few brands that specialize in making off-road boards, specifically the Baja Board, the Eco Mobile, and the Propel. Baja Board is the company that makes and popularized heavy-duty all-terrain skateboards. These beasts truly push the boundaries of what can be defined as an electric skateboard. It's very difficult to get your hands on a Baja board outside of Australia, so thankfully we have Eco Mobile and Propel. Both Eco Mobile and Propel are, very simply, brands that make Baja clones. For the past year, Eco Mobile has proven itself to be a brand that makes good performance boards and offers decent post-sale service to stand behind them. Propel is a new face on an old company, Cycle Eagle. You might not have heard of the brand, but you will likely hear a lot more about them in the coming year. Propel was founded by engineers from the automotive industry, and I have high hopes on what they can accomplish. Next, we have the Metro Board, one of the oldest brands of e-skate. Metro Board has been making high-quality premium electric skateboards for a while now. Their latest flagship, the Metro Board X, is not only pushing up the price, but also doubling down on the quality, using many parts that were designed especially for it. It has beefy specs, and it costs $2,574. Next, let's talk about Trampa. While Trampa offers powerful market-ready boards, it is better known for its durable fiberglass mountain board deck that's used in many DIY e-skate builds. Amongst the craftsmen who build Trampa boards, the most well-known would be Ernesto, running its brand of Cali NYC. The Cali-based model XL2 starts at $2,850, and the highest-spec XL40 is only selling at $3,600. Looking for something more premium than that? We have the LaCroix. LaCroix makes the second most expensive electric skateboards on the market right now, and the Nazare Lone Star is most likely the most powerful board with the beefiest battery in production right now. Personally, I think the LaCroix is tailored for those who are blessed with wide and endless roads, as those roads allow one to take a long cruise at high speed. Just throwing some stats out here, the Nazare Lone Star uses 12S10P batteries. That's 2,152 watt-hours, and that can last you up to 60 miles or 100 kilometers on a single charge. I always wonder if there's anyone who could ride for that long on an e-skate. And finally, the priciest electric skateboard in the world right now, BioBoard's Plutonium, starting at $3,600 and costing up to $5,000 or more, depending on the configuration. BioBoard is a brand from Sweden, and they put only the best components in their boards. It obviously has over-the-top performance. Just throwing out some numbers here, the four-wheel drive all-terrain version could go up to 50 miles per hour or 80 kilometers per hour. Alright, that concludes our list. If you want an even more detailed and exhaustive list considering all options on the market, head over to the companion article at Electric Skateboard HQ. The written version of this is much longer, offers some head-to-head comparisons between the best options, and will be updated more frequently. Links are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this list and found it helpful to make an informed purchasing decision. As always, if you are interested in buying any e-skate, don't miss out on a discount. Be sure to check out our affiliated discount page with the link below. It will help you get a small monetary discount and helps us out too. You'll also be tagged as an Electric Skateboard HQ customer and probably be treated better, or buy from a reseller on this list. Cheers and ride safe, guys.